Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Kobold Chats. Oh, that's a little lower than I was hoping for it to be, but hey, there we go. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Kobold Chats. My name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. I use any old pronouns, and we are here for another wonderful time here in the Warrens. It's Friday, again, the end of our week, about the middle of our day. Maybe you're at lunch somewhere at work, or maybe you're hanging out at home, whatever it is. Thank you so much for being here with me, talking about one of my favorite things in the world, Kobold Press. And we got a lot we got to talk about, but I will not be talking about it alone because I am joined here with a wonderful human being, one of our Kobold Creates recipients for both last year and this year, Kujo. Hey, Kujo. How's it going?
Hi. It's going great. How are you?
I
definitely wasn't laughing at the intro. It's fine.
What? Hey, look, I made like a slight mistake, all right? I made like a slight mistake. It's okay. We live and we learn.
We listen and we don't judge.
Exactly. Right? Exactly. We listen and we don't judge. So for the people who don't know who you are, hey, let them know. Who are you? What do you do?
Hey there. My name is Kujo. I am the owner, producer, tech wizard for Crit Hit Chronicles on Twitch, YouTube, and all the social media stuff. We run the Tales of the Valiant on Thursday nights. Thank you to Kobold Press for sponsoring our campaign, not once but twice. And it's led to some fantastic and wonderful storytelling, and I love this system. I love this game. I glanced at the table of contents, and oh man, oh boy, there's so much in this book.
There's so much excited. In this book. This will be my first time actually like sitting down and reading through all of the PDF, because I've looked at it a little bit. I've talked to, I've been doing my stuff for Scouting Party, which actually, hey everybody, the first episode of this first Scouting Party, the first episode for the Player's Guide to Scouting Party comes out right after this video, or right after this live. So be sure to tune in and check it out. I am talking with Celeste Conowitch, the lead designer, and one of the designers, Benjamin Eastman, and we're getting real deep in the weeds on the lineages, and also just like how this book came together and like the thought process around it for this one. So if that's something you're interested in, please go check it out. Right after this, it's not live yet, so you're gonna have to sit here and wait with us for a bit.
I guess we'll just have to hang out.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to hang out and talk about Tales of the Valiant, I guess.
Yeah. Ugh.
Right. But starting off, we're gonna do a quick check-in over on the Kickstarter. So, hey, guess what, gang? We're already at $183,000. Just a little bit under 17K away from getting to that really nice 200,000, which means that we've already hit several stretch goals along the way, which we love to see, because it means all of us hitting stretch goals means everybody benefits. We all get more content. We all get more goodies. And who doesn't love goodies?
Yeah. They make the world go round, don't you know?
Exactly.
It's literally physics.
Literally physics. So, let's just, we're going to take a quick look down here. Hey, guess what? So, at 50K, we funded. Beautiful. We funded in just under 46 minutes, which is... Oh, it's so good. So it just goes to show how excited everybody is for this.
Yes.
Yes. No, you are not mistaken. Kujo did do Oops All Kobolds during Kobold Con.
That was me. I wasn't freaking out wondering if I actually left a curse word in there somewhere while it was live. It was great. I was fine.
No, you did amazing. And I don't know if you're looking at the YouTube chat, but Eric Mesa said it was the most fun TTRPG live they've ever seen.
Oh, well, thank you so much. We had a lot of fun, and afterwards we definitely had the conversation like, so we're doing this again, right? We're not done with this.
we want to keep this going, which I hope you all do.
I'm just saying, we can absolutely do that.
Yeah, well, there you go. So at 50K, we were fully funded. 75K, we got the deluxe character sheet PDF, which is going to give you so much more room for beasts and familiars, improved spell sheet, room for notes, character, like it's so much. It's like, I think like a 4-page sheet. There's like so much space on here, which is it's
so excited.
It's so good. I think actually if you go over to the Kickstarter and look into the updates, I believe we posted a little bit of a look into it. Yes, we did. It's a 5-page sheet. It's still obviously the image that we show on there is still subject to change. It's not final, but it's chunky and it's got all the space you need for all your stuff. You separated
out the skills based on abilities. That's
wow.
Such a good move.
Yeah, almost like it would make it easier to read the sheet.
So crazy.
Whoa. Who would have guessed? You know, us kobolds, we're always thinking about stuff like this. So we got
Love it.
So we got that at 75K. At 100K, everybody gets everybody who has backed for the book gets a free copy of the Wizard's Playbook PDF, which is over on the Kobold Press store. You could technically get it now, or you could pledge for the Kickstarter and still get it for free. So, you know, your choice. At 125K, we got 5 more illustrations for the book, which is who doesn't love more art? Who doesn't love more? Who doesn't love more? At 150K, we got some new lineages. The Sea Elf, we got the Sea Elf and Drow variants. And if you want to know what a variant lineage is, hey, guess what? You're gonna have to listen to today's scouting party because we talk all about it.
You should do it.
So yeah. When can we get a sneak peek at the new character sheets? You can get a sneak peek. It's over in the updates. I'll see if for Kobold Chats they'll let me do if they'll let me look over like a closer thing of the of a copy of it, because I think that could be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So we'll see. At 175K, we got 20 more spells, all for the weird spells, baby, which are warlocks, maybe are witches, and maybe other people who love the weird spell circles is going to have a lot of fun with that. And then, so next up, at 200K, we're looking at new downtime rules for running a Thieves Guild.
How many campaigns have we had just as a collective community where somebody's like, I want to make a Thieves Guild, and we're like,
right? Like, how is that gonna work? Every rogue, one of my early, like, I think every time I've run a rogue, I've always played them wanting to either be a part of a Thieves Guild or wanting to interact with one in some way. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry to any GM that I've made that be more work. But hey, guess what? Now it doesn't have to be.
Yeah. See? We're making it easier.
We're making it easier. That's what we love doing. And then next up, at 225K, we'll get 5 new companions, familiars, mounts, and beast training rules. Which is just like, I love all the addition to the downtime rules because it gives you and your character something to do while you're not adventuring, and it allows for time to pass in your game, which like helps fix the issue of like, oh, we've been on an adventure for a week and we're level 10 now, and we just met each other the other day. Yeah, so it's, you know, it's hard to do sometimes. It's hard to remember that time passes, but downtime, that's a great way.
No, absolutely.
And then adding just a little bit more spice to the Thieves Guilds, a guide for assassins, smuggling, and poison expansion. I have no idea what could be in the smuggling expansion. I'm so interested in that. But the poison expansion, especially, I played a lot of 4th edition D&D, and I played the Executioner Assassin, which was like in the Book of Vile Darkness as like its own class. It was great. Right next to the Vampire as a class, which was also great.
It's a weird choice to designate a vampire as a class,
but it was really good. It was really good. But like, one of my favorite things about playing the Executioner was just all of the poisons and just all of like the fun new ways, like powders and like and oils and things of that nature. Like, just get really weird and fun with that.
Let's get weird.
So
Let's get weird poisons.
Yeah. So that's the Tales of the Valiant Player's Guide 2. Please, if you haven't already gone to back it on Kickstarter, hey, now's your chance. And if this didn't convince you, maybe what we're about to talk about next will. Kendo's cat is here every week would not be to say so true. Violetta loves waking up. And maybe it's because I'm very quiet when, like, beforehand, and so I start talking, and then she wakes up, and she's like, oh, it's time for us to start doing stuff, right?
Oh, I guess I'll get up.
We're all yelling now.
Yeah.
You know, Violetta, maybe that is the vibe. I think we should all yell about the Player's Guide, too.
I'm cool with it. Yeah. My neighbors can deal with it. It'll be fine.
Hey, if they come and ask, just tell them, hey,
back to Kickstarter.
Back to Kickstarter. You'll be yelling too.
It's the weirdest commercial.
Just start yelling in places, and when people ask why, tell them about your favorite books.
Yes. I'm like, I'm gonna go, but Kobold Press, don't leave me.
Don't you want to be a warrior? Don't you want to save people? Okay, so viral marketing gone awry or gone very, very well. Who's to say? Mm-hmm.
Just saying, have me at your pitch tables. I'll introduce some weird ideas.
Okay, so let's get into the Player's Guide 2 preview. Oh, first of all, I love the cover of the Player's Guide 2. It's got this like Conan the Barbarian, like pulp fantasy.
Yes, like that, like dark fantasy vibe to it. Mm-hmm. I definitely got Conan vibes from our warrior there.
Yeah, absolutely. And then like a little bit of a preview of a witch back there who goes along so well with this. It's gonna be great. Okay, so of course, as always in these previews, the table of contents, hey, that's giving you just a little bit of a look of what's in the book so far, not including all of the extra content that we're, unlocking in it, right? So this is what we have in it that aren't already the stretch goals that we've unlocked, right? So you'll easily see that each class gets bare minimum 3 subclasses added to them, which expands the core Tales of the Valiant list of options from 2 to 5 for each of the classes, except for the Theurge and the Witch, because they get 3 and we only have so much space in the book. But also the 3 new subclasses that we're getting for the Witch and the Theurge are different from the subclasses that are in Deep Magic's 1 and 2, where those classes originally come from. So you can go and convert those subclasses to TOV, and guess what? Now you have 6 subclasses for them.
Math!
See, that's the power of math.
Yes. Making things bigger.
Right.
I think.
So Kujo, what class do you normally go for?
Oh God, I'm all over the place. Lately, I'm really vibing with Sorcerer. Like even with traditional 5e, being a Storm Sorcerer and picking up Elemental Adept, so you no longer have resistance, and I can change a spell with meta magic, change a spell to lightning and do the thing. Just that was so much fun, and the mobility behind it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I think Sorcerer for sure.
Hey, guess what?
And I'm looking at that list.
You're looking at that cyclonic sorcerer. Because guess what? That's your Storm Sorcerer, baby. Yeah. That's it right there.
Oh, my baby boy is back.
Your baby boy is back. And so that's what in talking with Celeste and them about, like, hey, the options that you're bringing, like, what niches were you looking to fill, like stuff like that. A lot of I've learned that there's a decent number of these subclasses and new options that actually have existed since Player's Guide 1, but that book was already too big that they couldn't fit it in there. And so they've been sitting on it. They've been sitting on these goodies that they've made since Player's Guide 1 is like, we're going to have to wait till Player's Guide 2 to put them out. And so they're filling out a lot of those, like, the things that you were looking for that you're like, oh man, why isn't that in there? It's here, right? You get it here.
It's been ready and waiting.
It's been ready and waiting.
I'm so happy.
Right, so you'll see that like in the cleric list, we're filling out like the nature, the tempest, the death domains, which for the most part really round out most of those cleric domains. We're getting for the monk, we're getting the affliction eater, which is just like a wild name, I think. But we're also getting the elemental voice, which is which is Kobold Press's like take on like
The 4 elements.
The 4 elements, right? Like this is
Got it.
the avatar, right? This is
Yes.
you want to be an elemental bender using martial arts. Boom, there you go.
Where's my Appa? Well, he's over there somewhere.
I'll
grab him later.
I'm super excited about the Kraken Barbarian because it just sounds cool.
Sounds terrifying.
Right? It's like, and one of our new Valiant 6, one of the new ones for Player's Guide 2, one of our new iconics is a goblin Kraken Barbarian who she's like a pirate named Mako, and I love her. So much.
Oh god, that's amazing.
It's so good. Actually, no, this is her. If you look on page 5,
oh my god,
that's so like in the back you'll see that's the Black Flag knight, right? Who is also one of our new iconics for the Vanguard, and then in front of him that's Mako.
That's fantastic,
and I love her so much. It's so good.
Oh my god, I love her huge hoop earrings with the teeth at the end.
Right.
I love her style. I'm here for it.
It's so good.
Even though she'd probably eat my face, but that's fine.
She would eat your face.
I'd brave it.
And that'd be okay, you know? But like, even like in this art, getting a little bit of like a sense of like, oh, the Kraken Barbarian with all these, like I'm imagining like raging and like tentacles like wrapping all around you. I have no idea if that's like what it is, but that's what I feel like it probably is.
That would be pretty killer. That would be awesome.
Right?
Oh man, I was definitely looking at this art like, okay, see these tentacles, are they coming from the barbarian? And it took me a second to realize that they are, which is terrifying. Because barbarians are already terrifying enough for a DM. Let's give them more toys.
Let's give them more toys. Let's give them Kraken tentacles to whip around and grab people. That'll be great.
That'll be fine. Totally cool.
Right. And so like we're getting options like that. In the bard, we're getting allure, the mockery bard, sound bard. For the druid, you're getting more elemental stuff with the elementalist. You're getting some weird fey magics with the fey druid, and then even more stone like aspects with the stone heart, which I think might also deal with like some sand and deserty things as well. Maybe that's my assumption. I'm unsure. That's my guess.
That'd be pretty cool.
And then the fighter, you get your commander fighter, the scrapper, which might be a hand-to-hand fighter. Like that's my guess hearing the scrapper, right?
Oh man, that'd be cool.
That'd be
or
sick.
Hand-to-hand or like improvised weapon proficiency.
Ooh.
Just all the time.
Just like the bar fighter, the bar fight fighter. It's who the scrapper is.
Our land is in peril. We need heroes. I got nothing to do. Let's go.
And then the stunt archer is so funny.
So Hawkeye. You made Hawkeye.
Right? Like, I love this. This person's just like, yeah, I'm really good at trick shots. That's my deal. I'm real good.
That's awesome. Ooh. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. And then the mechanist gets some additional augment effects with their augments. Everybody gets new heroic and epic boons, which is cool. You get the toy maker mechanist, the grenadier, the cog auger. There's just so much stuff here. There's so much cool stuff here. The rogue gets the night blade, which from my talk with Celeste definitely is like the summoning shadow psychic blades to use, which is the edgelord in my heart feels good.
Yes. I like Con Arcanist as an option.
Right. Honestly, I like it a little better than like it's usually like the arcane trickster or like the Con Arcanist is great.
That's fantastic wordplay. I'm here for it.
It's so good. And then yeah, so you see those new Theurge and witch subclasses. You get the Conduit, the Illuminary, and the Source Spinner Theurge, and then the Crimson Cord, the Sibylline Sight, and the Silver Star Witch.
I love it so much. Oh, we get a Summoner Wizard?
You get a Summoner Wizard, and we're getting a new Necromancer, which, fingers crossed, as, again, edgelord. I love a Necromancer. I don't love the 5e Necromancer. I'm super interested to see what they do with it for TOV.
Yeah. That's the thing. TOV is really just so many huge quality of life updates to 5th Ed. Like, it is, there's so many things that I love about this system. And if I'm diving into that Necromancer, I have to know. I have to see how that was built out.
Truly. And so, yeah, gang, that's just all of the subclasses stuff without us even, like, really digging into them. That's just all classes and subclasses. Then we get lineages, right? Does the summoner have a base stat block for the summon creature? I wish I knew. I'm sorry, gang. I am not a part of our production team. They let me see what they let you all see.
Oh, that's fair.
I get to see like a little bit more, but like I really don't get to see a lot of this stuff until it's close to finish, which is why Scouting Party exists, so I can get my questions answered.
There you go. You are just as much chomping at the bit as everybody else. Like, tell me all the things. Reveal the secrets.
yeah, truly.
Here for it.
So lineages, which again that Scouting Party later today. There's the Vampire, the Elemental Scion, which is from what I heard, is like they are like any individual who is like elementally like blessed, right, by like some kind of like either elemental like lord or just like having been affected by it. But the designer for it, Benjamin Eastman, was also talking a little bit about like how he could see the Elemental Scion being something that happens to a character, right? So maybe your character doesn't start off as an Elemental Scion, but maybe over the course of a game, maybe they get blessed by, Elemental Lord, or maybe something happens and maybe they become an Elemental Scion, which is beautiful.
That's a super cool idea.
Right.
I'm here for that.
Right. And then,
oh man.
And then we've got goblins, because hey, Mako needs a stat block. We get the Halamantau, which are vegetable people. So if you've seen any of our art with like, there's like the garlic man at the book. That's one of the Halamantau, and it's got like similar to the Beastkin, it gets options, right? So you can choose to be like a garlic person, a potato person, a leaf, like a cabbage person, and like all of these, like it's good. It's so good.
That's fantastic. I love. I'm going to make my BBEG Halamantau garlic person.
You can.
I love it so much.
I remember someone also saying, like being like, "Oh, what if I could make like a garlic vampire hunter?" Which is,
he's just constantly confused. He's like, "Why am I this?"
Oh my god. The Sapopova, especially with the art in the preview, makes me, yes, it is similar to what's his name in Chrono Trigger? I can't remember. But yes, the Frog Knight. Because,
Frog.
Yeah. Oh, yes, his name is just Frog. You're so right. I don't know why
I have to go play that music later, now that it's been invoked, but it's fine. Yeah, Frog.
Yeah. So the Sapopova, frog people. Which if you want to know more about them, listen to the thing. We've got shades, which are really interesting because they're kind of, they're undead people, right? They're people who have died, have come back for a reason, which I'm edgelord again. It's like, it's my deal.
I'm here for this. I love that. And for reasons, it'll be great.
For reasons. And then my favorite, the Toscule, who are insect people. And as a lover of the Thri-Kreen, this was made for me, I think, personally. As the maker of the Broodling, this is something made for me personally, I think. Yeah, no, it's so cool. Cool hook for GM. Secretly roll if characters are scions at session 0. Ooh, that'd be fun.
Oh, that'd be super cool.
Yeah. Ooh, we do need a giant folk. You're so right, Ryan.
Yes.
We do. Yeah.
Yes. We need them giants.
All right. And so I'll skip through a little bit more of this so we can actually get into the real meat and potatoes here. But yeah, you can see how there's so much that we could just sit here and talk about. We get more expanded lineage options. We get new variant lineages like the Drow and Sea Elf, which we've already hit those stretch goals. We also get the Dwarf variant, the Duragar. A bunch of new heritages, a bunch of new backgrounds, new magic, martial, and technical talents, new adventuring gear, new equipment, new trinkets. We got mounts, we've got companions, we've got step-by-step magic item pricing. We've got magical tattoos and markings. We've got 100 new magic items. We've got 6 new fabled magic items. We've got over 100 new spells with 20 more now with the new weird spells, with 50 new rituals. We've got base building. We've got more downtime activities, including creature care, training, plant care, and cultivation. We did get the Thieves Guild. We've got epic advancement. So, hey, if your characters are level 20 and you want to give them something for what lies beyond and want to still give them more stuff, you can. Now there's group backstory mechanics if you want to tie everyone together into stuff. We've got more rewards going along with the epic advancement, more like mystic gifts and prestige stuff that you can give your players that isn't just gold and XP.
And there's an appendix for random and reference tables, which, like, cherry on top.
Because every GM needs, even if you think you don't, you need a random table of names, of NPCs, of things people can buy, of random people. Like, it's God, it's so much, guys.
There's so much. There's so much.
It's so much.
I am so excited for this.
Why is Kobold Chats not streaming through Discord anymore? Hey, Fat, the quick answer to that is because of the technical aspect of streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and then also Discord. Discord just wasn't... Specifically, it's an audio issue that I kept running into that would allow for everything to work on literally everything else, but I would have to do like a special setup specifically for for Discord. That was, I had to plug in a controller to create a fake microphone that basically didn't exist to allow for it was a lot. It was a lot that I had to do. And
the tech goblins struck again.
So sadly we had to move away from doing it on it. Can we get? Yeah, I can talk to Zach to make sure that we can get those notifications set up for you. Absolutely.
Hi, Zach.
Hi, Zach. What was I saying? Okay, yes. So that's the appendix. But now, we get into the actual preview, right? And the first thing here is the brand new base class, the Vanguard. Let's get into it. So, the Vanguard. Vanguards are consummate leaders and highly trained, disciplined warriors. They bring a tactician's mind and an inspiring presence to the battlefield. Warriors are often drawn to follow a vanguard, relying on the vanguard's grasp of advanced formations and battlefield tactics to help defeat their adversaries. So this is the first bit where we get a new class with a D12 hit die. So now we've got another big, beefy, tanky class that isn't just the barbarian. Let's see. So they have proficiency in all armor and all shields. They have proficiency in simple weapons and martial weapons. They don't get any tool proficiencies off bat, and their saves are Constitution and Charisma. And the skills that they get are animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, medicine, and persuasion. Very much someone who is used to having to be on the battlefield.
Yeah. That's Interesting. Charisma saves.
Right?
Interesting.
Which maybe like having a very, I think and again I haven't looked through more of this yet. But it's potentially interesting having like a very front line like character be a charisma based character, because it's something that usually gets relegated to like, oh, all of your spell casting deals and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Unless you're the paladin. Well, no, that's still spell casting for the paladin.
Yeah.
Can you talk a bit about where the Vanguard fits into a party as compared to the battle master or fighter or bard? Absolutely. Yeah, once we get through it, we can talk a little bit about that. Let's see. Okay, cool. So, starting equipment, we get chainmail or leather armor, longbow, and 20 arrows. So you can be you could be an up close Vanguard, or you could be in the back ranged fighter back Vanguard, which I think makes sense based off of its main core feature, which we'll get to. Okay. You get a martial weapon and a shield, or 2 martial weapons. You get 5 javelins, love a nice ranged throwing weapon, or any simple melee weapon, and then a diplomat's pack or an explorer's pack.
Interesting.
And then
like 5 different character concepts just came to mind just with that little teeny list of equipment alone,
right? Because they're all like, depending on like what like combination of all those, like those are all very different people starting off. Right?
Absolutely.
And so starting off at level 1, you get Born Leader. Vanguards are natural leaders whose very presence inspires greatness in those around them. This inspiration can take many forms, but is always tied to the values that drive a Vanguard to fight, and by extension, to lead. Choose the quality that best represents your leadership with one of the following. Authority. An allied creature that starts its turn within 5 feet of you deals additional damage equal to your proficiency bonus each time it successfully hits with a weapon attack that turn. Damage type is the same as the weapon used. Creature can only benefit from this feature while you are conscious. You also gain proficiency in the intimidation skill. If you're already proficient, double your proficiency bonus instead for intimidation checks. So that's right up there in the weeds with people, standing next to them, like pushing them to do more damage just by purely it's not a thing you have to turn on. It's just who you are makes people deal more damage.
Your presence is enough to tell people around you, I gotta hit hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is terrifying if you think about it.
Mm-hmm. And then this other one here, Community. An allied creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of you gains a bonus equal to your proficiency bonus on the first save it makes before the start of its next turn. Creatures can only benefit from this feature while you are conscious. You also gain proficiency in Persuasion skill. If you're already proficient, double your proficiency bonus. So this is one of those abilities that's, I think, trying to help, like, hey, do you have like an ongoing effect on you and you need to make a save to be able to get out of it? If I'm near you, I got you, bud. Pat on the back. I've got your back, and then help them out of that situation.
I love that. Plus, I feel like it kind of takes some of the I don't want to say it takes some of the pressure off of like the bard or anybody that does an inspiration action, but like you just being around, you positively influence your party, which I think is pretty cool.
Which is like through like having like another very like obvious support class.
Yeah.
Which is like really, really good, I think, because it really like you were saying, I think it helps take a little bit off the weight of the bards, the clerics, the like support paladins out there, like the people who are just like, okay, I'm trying to keep people alive. Like now we've got this other class that can do this and be in there as a part of the party and keeping people up, not just helping keep people up, but also help people do more damage, which isn't necessarily a role that I think a lot of the other supports necessarily take. Because there are things like, Bardic Inspiration or Guiding Bolt, which help like, hey, hit the guy that you're trying
please
to
hit him.
Right. But this isn't like, oh, I'm helping you to hit. Like, I'm helping you kill.
And that is the tone of the Vanguard.
And that's the tone of the Vanguard. Exactly.
Oh, that I'm writing that down. That needs to be on a shirt.
I'm not helping you hit. I'm helping you kill. So we can see here on the Vanguard progression table, this is not a spellcaster of any kind, so you don't see any of that. But you do see here that starting at level 2, they do get these things called stratagems, which I think we'll see in here. Yeah, it goes up to level 2. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we'll see in here. But you'll also see that our next one is for level 1 is War Banner, and this is the core Vanguard play here. So War Banner, first level Vanguard feature. You can conjure a mystical banner that enhances nearby allies or hinders encroaching enemies. You decide the exact appearance of the banner, but it typically resembles a battle standard, emblazoned with your coat of arms or similar symbol that represents you in battle. You start with 2 banner effects, the Banner of Mercy and Black Flag. Shout out Project Black Flag.
Hell yeah.
Some Vanguard subclasses grant additional effects, see Vanguard subclasses, unless stated otherwise. Creatures must be within 15 feet of the banner, 15-foot radius sphere, which will also include people in the air if you have anyone flying or anything like that. Or any, I don't know what the effects are, but I guess if you also have any, like beast companions that can fly as well, you know, it'll catch them in that as well. And able to see the banner to be affected by it. As an action, you can use your War Banner feature to plant your banner in an unoccupied space within 15 feet of you, choosing which banner effect you create when you do. Once placed, the banner remains active for 1 minute. Which means, hey, guess what? You can either put it exactly where you are, or you can put it somewhere else and then bounce and just let that sphere of effect exist, right? Once placed, the banner remains active for 1 minute. While active, the banner can't be moved from its space, physically interacted with, or damaged by any means. Creatures can freely move through the banner space without impediment, and the banner can't be targeted by spells or effects that interact with any kind of items. So there is no, hey, you evil GMs out there who are trying to destroy the Vanguard's War Banner. I'm sorry, not gonna happen.
You can still counterspell a healing spell though. If you really want to be mean.
If you want to be mean, you'll just have to counter their healing spells instead. If you're going to get there before 4, but I think the PG2, but I think PG2, we have some lineages classes that include flying. Traditionally, flying is supposedly frowned upon. Thoughts? My personal thoughts, I think that the reasons why GMs don't like flying is because they aren't good at strategizing how to go against it. There are plenty of monsters that fly, and players don't get to complain about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. Throw some archers in there.
Throw some archers. Throw some flying monsters. Throw something with a ranged attack that the thing has to save against, maybe. I don't know.
Exactly.
Play around with it. Have some fun.
Exactly. And so, yeah, we've been seeing a lot more lineages and such that have, like, flying. Like Beastkin, you can give them flying. I believe the Siderians, the Celestial Siderians, I believe, have like their wings so that they can fly. Yeah, I just think that a GM complaining that a character can do something that the GM can also do.
That's I look at it whenever there's a crazy new feature like this banner.
Like
for instance, that I can't touch or do anything with, that's not something I should be upset about. That's like, good. You're going to need these toys. You're going to need them.
Exactly.
You know, treat it as a challenge to like come up with something to create some difficulty in your encounters. Don't look at it like, oh, it's like you can work around it. You can figure it out.
And not even just work around it. Hey, you aren't against your players.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be playing alongside them. If your players have flying, give them opportunities to use it and show off.
Yep.
They chose it for a reason.
Yes. Yes, it's collaborative storytelling.
Exactly.
Everybody's at the table supposed to have fun. So
Exactly.
let people have fun and have fun with them. Why not?
Yeah. Zora Cat. Hey, Labyrinth win? Soon. Soon. I can tell you, I can guarantee, I can't give you an exact date because I haven't been given an exact date, but I've been seeing files been passed. Labyrinth PDF bare minimum soon, which means things will be and warehouses, so on and so forth. So expect it soon. So yeah, absolutely. Kujo and me, we are in agreement.
Yes.
The banner's effect ends early if you become incapacitated, use an action to place a new banner, move more than 120 feet from the banner, or you choose to end the effect. You can use your war banner feature to create a new banner a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, regaining all expended uses when you finish a long rest. You can't have more than one banner active at any one time. If you create a second banner while the first is still active, the first disappears. I love now that they're also like these magical banners like that just like appear as you're like putting them into the ground. That's kind of sick.
That is pretty cool. I imagine like, and again, I don't know what additional subclasses there's going to be, but if there's one that reduces speed, and if you're running away from something, just like throw them behind you over and over.
That's so. That's so good. So the first one we have here is War Banner, Banner of Mercy. You create a banner that shields your allies from harm. When you create this banner, it appears with a number of hit points equal to 5 times your Vanguard level. When you or an ally you can see within the banner's range takes damage, you can cause the banner to take any amount of that damage instead of the target. No action required. You can't cause the banner to take more damage than its current number of hit points, and the banner can only be used to reduce damage from attacks that specifically target a creature, not area of effect attacks or spells such as Fireball. If the banner is reduced to 0 HP, it is destroyed and its effect ends immediately. Hey, you got a character that's real low in hit points and maybe needs, or maybe is like stunned by some effect and you're trying to keep them up before they go down. Boom, Banner of Mercy. Starting at level 1, 5 hit points could be the difference between life or death.
Hey, I just finished saying that I was really into playing Sorcerer. Being at 5 hit points, I'm intimately familiar with.
Exactly. So it sounds like you need a Banner of Mercy.
Yes, please. That's awesome.
Right.
And that's a really cool function.
And then next up we have Black Flag. You create a banner that spurs your allies to give no quarter. When you or an ally miss with an attack made against a creature, you can see within the banner's range. The attacker can choose to re-roll the attack. This feature can only be used to re-roll attacks made during the attacker's turn, and it can't be used more than once on the same turn. Which isn't round, so this can help multiple allies in a round, but only help each of them once on their turns.
Oh boy.
Which is juicy.
Yeah.
Now people, they do have to be within 15 feet of the banner. So this would have to be you're up there with them, you're throwing this down, and you're all fighting around this banner, which is so cool because it gives you a very tactical, like you can throw it down, you have to bring the fighting over here or like move or like it's
It's this bit from, I think it's Avengers Age of Ultron, where everybody is in that centerpiece and everybody is coming to try to attack that one spot. That's a really cool function. That's awesome.
Right. Imagine you're in a siege combat and there's just all of these people coming, or you're doing like a wave based, like, okay, fight this first wave, fight the second wave, and it's like, I'm planting my flag here. We stand here, we'll defend this for as long as we need. It's so cool.
That's awesome.
Starting at second level, we get stratagems. Your leadership and strategic knowledge allow you and your allies to perform martial tactics that can turn the tide of battle in your favor. When you gain this feature at second level, you learn 2 stratagems of your choice, though you must meet any listed prerequisites. Stratagem options are detailed at the end of the class description. At certain Vanguard levels, you learn additional tactics of your choice, as shown in the tactics known, in the progression table. In addition, when you level in this class, you can choose one stratagem to replace it with another. Like how spells work.
Sweet.
Unless otherwise noted, you can only use one stratagem on your turn, and creatures must be able to see or hear you to be targeted by them. You can use this feature You can use this feature to issue a number of stratagems equal to your charisma modifier, and you regain expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Interesting.
And then support actions on second level as well. Your Hone situational awareness allows you to act quickly on the battlefield, and you can use your bonus action to take disengage or help actions, or to perform a weapon option, which is sick.
That is killer.
Yeah. And then you get your Vanguard subclasses stuff. And then you get your, level improvements as always. And the Vanguard quick build here says, hey, prioritize charisma, followed by strength or con. And then for background talents, it says choose Cordior or mental fortitude, which is interesting. And then so some of the stratagems are charge. As an action, you designate one creature you can see to move up to your speed in a straight line toward that creature. When you do so, any ally within 15 feet of your starting position can also use its reaction to move up to its speed in a straight line towards that creature.
What?
So you can move everybody with you at once.
That's killer. I love that.
Close ranks. As an action, you command allies to tighten their formation. Until the beginning of your next turn, allies within 15 feet of you are immune to critical hits and can't be forced to move against their will. You have the same benefits while at least one ally is in range.
This is so cool.
Coordinated attack. As an action, you make a single weapon attack against a target you can see, adding your charisma modifier as a bonus to the attack roll. If the attack hits, you can direct one willing ally within 15 feet of the target to use its reaction to move up to the target up to 15 feet and make a single attack against the same target, adding your charisma modifier as a bonus to its attack roll. So now you're starting to see how that authority comes into play once you start moving people along with you and you're going into the fight. Which is like, this is great, right? For like moving in, fighting, bringing people, like allowing people to attack with you. It's got so much synergy with other people's stuff, right? Getting the barbarian to move in close so it can, it can start doing its attacks, moving people closer to enemies so that rogues can get their sneak attack damage off. Like this is the chess player's class here.
Absolutely.
Like this is like, if you love wargaming and the strategy of like the tactics of combat, this is that character. This is the one orchestrating the war here.
This is the character that if I start a new campaign and somebody picks Vanguard, I have to essentially be like, game recognizes game. DM recognizes the player version of a DM. Oh, that's so cool.
This is the good shit. This is it. Next up, we have Counter-Strike. When an enemy you can see within 15 feet of you makes an attack against an ally you can see, you can use your reaction to move up to your speed toward the attacker and make a single weapon attack against it. Pretty classic. Flank position. As an action, you create an opening for one of your allies. When you do so, designate one enemy creature within 5 feet of you and one ally within 30 feet of you. Until the beginning of your next turn, that chosen ally has advantage on all attacks made against the targeted enemy while you remain within 5 feet of it. Hey, rogues, you're welcome. Or rangers with hunter's mark. Or like there's like it's,
hey, monk, we got you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, want to make sure every single one of your flurry of blows hits? Don't worry about it. Right? Like, yeah, in the right hands, this is an exceptional class. And it's like, this is like potentially really, really powerful for people who really, really want to get into the tactics of this.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my God.
And so, like, and then, raise guard. When when an ally you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack from a creature that you can see, you can use your reaction to grant the ally an AC bonus equal to your charisma modifier, potentially turning the hit into a miss. Hey, for all you +5 charisma vanguards over there, right? +5 to your AC, that's a free shield, right? Whether the attack hits or misses, the ally retains the AC bonus until the start of your next turn. And then rally. As an action, you inspire wounded allies to fight through their injuries. All conscious allies within 15 feet of you that can see and hear you immediately regain up to a number of hit points equal to your Vanguard level, plus your charisma modifier. So you get this at level 2, you have +5 charisma. Hey, boom, heal up 7 hit points real quick.
That's wow.
Yeah,
That's just mass healing word, but just in a smaller area, and you don't have to roll, you just get it.
yes, right.
Oh, that's so good.
And so you can use this Fisher so obviously, of course, you can only use a number of these equal to your charisma modifier per combat, right? So if you have 5, you can do these up to 5 times, which could be like pretty. I mean, how, like, if we're looking like average, like how many rounds a combat goes, like 5 feels around right, I think. Sure. Right?
Absolutely.
5, 6, very rarely are combats going up to 10 rounds.
Well, yeah. Unless it's like a big BBEG fight. And then that's where everything just feels like it hits so much harder when you have to use one of those. It's good stuff.
Exactly. And so we've got, I think we only have one of the Vanguard subclasses in here, which is the Bull. Or no, we have 2 of them. We have the Bulwark and we have Marshall. So the bulwarks are battlefield healers and protectors. So this is your hey, I'm gonna keep everybody alive here, Vanguard, right? They get battlefield healer, which gives them proficiency in the medicine skill, or double proficiency if they already have it, and they get a new way to use the support action, which is the bonus action that they get at first level. You can now attempt to stabilize dying creatures as a bonus action instead of an action. So keeping people up, it's taking the weight off, like you were saying earlier, it's taking the weight off of other classes from having to do so much of the work to keep people up, which allows them to have more freedom to, okay, maybe I don't necessarily need to use this healing spell right now. The Vanguard's got it. I can use the spell slot for something else, right? Or
that's
something
so
like
smart.
That.
That's such good synergy,
right? It's like this is really, Tales of the Valiant is really good at making sure that players are having to work together and be able to talk together about what is it that we're trying to do and how do we move forward in doing that. And they all get super fun options, right? They all get super fun options to try to make that happen. And then they also get a new war banner. They create a banner that heals allies. When you first create the banner, at the start of each of your turns while the banner remains active, you can choose a number of conscious creatures equal to your proficiency bonus within the banner's range. Each target regains 1d4 plus your charisma modifier and hit points. You can just, at the start of each turn while it's going, boom, anybody in that 15-foot range, 1d4 plus charisma. 2, let's say 5, let's say you have a 4 modifier even. On average, every turn you're giving people back 6 hit points. That's like a prayer of life, right? Like just kind of like a consistent healing there, which is like, again, could be the difference between life or death for some characters.
I love, this is a real quick random note.
Please.
Anytime you see I shouldn't say anytime. A lot of times when I see a 1 to 20 class as an addition or as expanded content, it tends to have a lot of similar characteristics to another class that's already there. This, from top to bottom, from how this class operates, is really its own thing, and I love that. I love it so much.
Right.
I want to play one.
Right. It feels like, I feel like I haven't seen or felt anything like that feels this new for 5th edition since it started. Like, truly, like, this is like the first time I think I've seen a class I'm like, oh, this is something that feels like game changing, in that people are going to, now that they have this, it functionally has to change the way people play the game.
Yes.
Because it's going to make them think about the game differently and think about combat differently, which is going to make GMs have to think about combat differently. Now that players have this in their hands, now they're going to have to think more strategically, and it's going to, like, it creates a different kind of play than I think a lot of people are used to at this point. So I'm excited to see, like, how, like, what's that going to end up being like, you know?
Absolutely. Oh, it's so
good. It's so good. There's also the martial class in here. So the martial class gets combat ready, and don't worry, y'all. I will make sure that we've got about 10 minutes here left before we'll move on over to the scouting party premiere, where you'll get even more information about players.
Yes.
Too. So. But we've got combat ready. You and all allied creatures within 10 feet of you when encounter gameplay begins gain several benefits. You must be conscious to gain these benefits. A target gains bonus to initiative equal to your charisma modifier. And then during the first round of combat, a target can move an additional distance on its turn. This bonus movement is equal to 5 times your proficiency bonus, with a minimum of 10 feet. So it starts off at 10 feet at, well, I guess, yeah, 3rd level, it's 10 feet, and then goes up. So first round, they get like, people can move into position and have
good.
like a better starting place in combat if they weren't already set up where they want it to be. And then 3rd level, when you use a stratagem, you choose an allied creature that can see and hear you. That creature has advantage on the next attack roll if it makes before the end of its next turn. The number of creatures you can affect with this ability increases as you gain levels, choosing 2 creatures at 7, 3 at 11, and 4 at 15. So you'll see that this one doesn't get a new battle standard, right? They don't get a new battle flag, which means that not all of them will. But also the base moves for it are already pretty good. But it synergizing with stratagems instead shows just the range that the Vanguard subclasses can come with. Do they focus more on the battle flag? Do they focus more on stratagems? Is it a mix of both? Do they bring something new to the table? So
I love this so much.
Right, it's so good. I'm so excited for this. It's so good. And then you'll see, sorry, go for it.
No, you're good. I'm just going to continue to repeat. Guys, go back this book.
If you haven't already backed it, go back it purely for the Vanguard. Purely for the Vanguard at this point.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so good. And you'll see in the preview, we also have a little preview at that Kraken Barbarian, right? We've also, I think there's also the Tempest Cleric is in here as well. The Elemental Voice Monk is also in here. Let's see. Yeah, no, there. Waterkin. Oh no, this is. Oh my god, the Elemental Voice gets so many potential stuff. There's so many. Oh my god. There's pages of this. Multiple pages.
Oh my god.
Just for the Elemental Voice. This is so good.
Yo.
Pages and pages of elemental words.
I love this so much.
Just all of the... Oh, no, sorry. It's not pages and pages of just that, right? Wait, no. Okay, no. I did get... Wait. Hold on. Okay. So there are the elemental speakers. So there's elemental words that they can use. And then also there are elemental shapes. So they can shape elements. And then they also get words. Oh my god.
I'm so excited for this.
It's so cool. Oh my
it also looks like we get a little glimpse at the
the elemental
scion.
So you can see where because again they can be they are a hybrid humanoid, right? So that means your humanoid body is suffused with a reservoir of raw elemental energy, making you primarily a humanoid, though you have traits in common with elementals. You are resistant to poison damage, and one of the following damage types used based on which natural adaptation you choose. So if you're earthborn, you're resistant to acid. If you're fireborn, you're resistant to fire, water, cold, wind, lightning. In addition, you have advantage on saves being paralyzed, petrified, or poison. You know, like you're an elemental. And then, yeah, you get your adaptations. Oh, yeah, this episode, it's so good. Love a frog night. And then, yeah, so the natural adaptations, you inherit either an earthborn, fireborn, waterborn, or windborn. You can see that each one actually changes potentially characteristics of your character, right? So if you're earthborn, you have obvious characteristics that denote your connection to the earth. You might have dull skin tones, tresses that appear like dull slate, rough igneous rocks, or glowing gems. You also get tremor sense to a range of 10 feet, and your base movement speed can't be reduced by difficult terrain. You do suffer other terrain effects as normal, though. And similarly, fireborn, right, you get new fire characteristics. Waterborn, you get new water characteristics. Windborn, so on and so forth. And guess what? If you're windborn, talking about flying speed, you get a 10-foot flying speed and can hover. Which, for all the GMs crying out there, it's only 10 feet. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
close enough to be in range of that flag, though.
I'm just saying. Just right. give your monsters some bows. Or a spit attack, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And so you see the Sapopova in there as well. And then a preview at the base building rules. Which, you know what? We can take a look at another time. We'll take a look at it next week. And I'll also see if for next week if I can get a look at the deluxe character sheets so that everybody can see them as well. But hey, guess what, everybody? We are 4 minutes away from the premiere of the first scouting party for Player's Guide 2, where we're going to dive in even more on the lineages and heritages with Celeste Conowitch and Ben Eastman. So hope you all are looking forward to that. And yeah, we'll be right on over there in just about 4 minutes. Thank you so much, Kujo, for being here with me and looking through this.
Thank you so much for having me. I've been sitting like foaming at the mouth waiting for this, and when you were like, do you want to come on and look at it with me? I was like, yes, please, all of the things. I want to look at all of the things. Thank you so much for having me. This is super cool.
Of course. Let people know where they can find you on the internet, where they can find your cool Tales of the Valiant actual play.
Yeah. You can find us Thursday nights over at Crit Hit Chronicles on Twitch for The Tales of the Valiant, which is in an original setting. We have a fantastic cast where the story has many twists and turns and is only going to get weirder as it goes on. But yes, twitch.tv/Crit Hit Chronicles. You can find me all over the place as either Crit Hit Chronicles, or you can follow Kujo Plays Games if you want my nerdy personal ramblings or occasional professional wrestling content. That's where you can find that. But thank you, Kobold Press, and thank you, Kendo, for having me. This was super cool.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here. It was such a joy talking to you. I'm just linking to your Twitch over and yeah, I would love to have you on again so we can talk more TOV.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you everybody for being here. If you are watching this on Twitch, hey, guess what? If you didn't know, there is a YouTube video that's about to go live. That is, hey, it's Scouting Party, and I'm about to put a link to it right here in the Twitch chat. So that you can easily just hop right on over along with us. And hey, if you're here watching us on YouTube, just stick around. When I end stream, it should link you straight to it, but if it doesn't, just go to, I'll also put it in here as well. I'm so sorry, Noir. I think the caps, it didn't like the all caps.
Stop cap yelling about me.
So yes, we'll see you right over there real quick. Thank you all so much for being here, and don't forget to go out, be bold, be brave, be valiant, and I'll see you next week. Peace out, y'all.